Darla Lejean, real estate agent with Real Broker, on my way this morning to a closing, and one that I was absolutely concerned about from day one, and I'll tell you why. So anytime you have a government loan, that's usually a good thing. If you qualify for VA, USDA, or D, that means it's 100% financing, which means you absolutely can go to buy a house with $0 down. It happens all the time. Now, there are some stipulations on that, but there aren't many. I mean, because lots and lots of people qualify for a USDA, VA, or RD loan. Now, if you have a high debt-to-income ratio, if you have a not so great credit score, you still can qualify, but you'll qualify for an FHA loan, which means you have to bring 3.5% of the sale price to closing. So this closing is very special to me. I'm closing with someone that I grew up with, who has been friends with me for a very, very, well, for my whole life, actually. So he called me probably about 4 weeks ago and said this house right across the street from my house is going up for sale. It hasn't hit the market yet, but the sign is in the front yard, and I really want to buy this house. So I say to him, what loan type are you approved for? And he says, well, I actually was in the Marines, so I can get qualified for a VA loan. And so I give him the name of a lender that I very, very highly regard, and say, call this person and see if you can get pre-approved. And in the meantime, I'm typing up your offer so that we get it under contract before it ever hits the market. And so we did. In the meantime, he was getting pre-approved. I was fairly confident he would be able to get pre-approved. What I was not confident about was the condition of this home and it qualifying for a VA loan or any kind of government loan. It had broken windows, a rotten porch, missing handrails, peeling paint, all kinds of buildings all over the property that needed to be torn down, that had probably been there, I don't know, 100 years. All of those things normally disqualify a person from getting a loan on that kind of house because it's considered a fixer-upper. So anytime you're looking at a house that needs a lot of repairs, it is generally not going to qualify for a government loan unless someone fixes all those things before closing. And so this is what I did know. I knew that this particular buyer had a carpentry background and could fix anything. And so I was very honest with him from the beginning. I said, listen, number one, first of all, we have to get the listing agreement to get the sellers to agree to accept an offer on a home that may very well fail appraisal because it needs so much work. That was our first hurdle. So having good relationships with people is paramount. And so I have very good relationships with just about every real estate agent in the area because they know my work ethic and they know I'm not doing things to waste anybody's time. So we get it under contract, and I say to her, listen, I do realize in a normal situation, this house and this property would not qualify for a government loan, but my client has a carpentry background and can absolutely fix anything. So let the sellers know when the appraiser appraises the house, all the things that the appraiser flags, and the appraiser's going to flag broken windows, rotten wood, peeling paint, missing handrails, all the buildings in the yard that look like a wind would just blow them down. They're going to say that all of those buildings need to be torn down and removed from the property. My client is willing to do every single thing that the appraiser flags after appraisal before closing to make sure that it then qualifies for the government loan, for the VA loan. And so the appraiser came through. The appraiser actually didn't flag nearly all the things that she should have flagged, all of the things that are generally on a VA government loan list. She could have had a field day with that place. And for whatever reason, I say it's all God. When God wants things to happen, they kind of just all align. And she only flagged 3 little things that were not major. In fact, they were so minor. He ended up doing way more work to the property that she didn't even ask to be done. And so she came out, she reappraised it after those 3 little things were done, and today is closing. And I am so thrilled for this client. He so deserves all of the best. The place is going to be absolutely gorgeous when he's done with it. It's on a beautiful piece of property. The house is a very old house, but it is very structurally sound and could easily be upgraded. And he has the talent and the work ethic to absolutely make it a gorgeous place. So today, that's what we're closing on, and I'm so happy for him. I love stories like that. So listen, if you're thinking about buying or selling, remember, set yourself up with a real estate agent that closes lots of transactions. And don't count yourself out. Where there's a will, there's always a way. There's always a way to get something done if you're motivated and if you're willing to work hard to get it done.